Today, we're diving into what some psychologists call the rarest and maybe even the most powerful form of intelligence out there.
We spend so much of our lives trying to cram more and more knowledge into our heads. Facts, skills, you name it. But what if that's only looking at half of the equation? What if the real game changer isn't about the stuff in your head?
And that is the core idea we're going to unpack. See, the ultimate intellectual advantage might not be just knowing things, but truly understanding the boundaries, the biases, and the actual process of your own knowledge.
So let's put a name to this. We're talking about the ability to turn your focus inward and, think about your own thinking.
Now, that's a pretty bold statement, right? The rarest? Well, why? Probably because it's a skill we're almost never taught. It means we have to step outside of our own automatic thoughts and just observe them. And let's be honest, that's not the default setting for most of us.
And there it is, the official term, metacognition. It's as simple and as complicated as it sounds. The process of thinking about how you think. It's about becoming aware of all those mental habits and strategies you're using every single day, most of the time without even realizing it.
I absolutely love this analogy. Just think about it for a second. An employee shows up and does the tasks they're given. But the CEO? The CEO has to step back and ask the big questions. Is our overall strategy working? Are we using our resources in the best way? Are we even aiming for the right goals? That's what metacognition is. It's you acting as the executive of your own mind.
Okay, so what does this actually look like in the real world? How does it show up? Well, there are a few key signs of a high metacognitive IQ. But for today, we're going to zero in on two of the most fundamental habits, the ones you can actually start building right now.
All right, so the first major sign is this. You get into the habit of questioning your own assumptions. See, our brains are basically efficiency machines. To save energy, they just serve up these automatic thoughts and assumptions all day long. And the standard reaction is to just go with it. But the metacognitive thinker, they pause, they hit the brakes and say, hang on a second, is that really true? Where did I even get that idea from?
And hey, this is a real question for you. Think about a strong opinion you have, or a process you follow at work, or even just a belief you hold about yourself. When was the last time you genuinely investigated where it came from, instead of just taking it as a given? That little moment of investigation, that's metacognition in action.
In these examples, they are just perfect. These are the classic mental shortcuts we all take. This is the way we've always done it. That's a total innovation killer. If it feels difficult, I'm not good at it. That one stops learning dead in its tracks. A metacognitive thinker learns to spot these automatic thoughts and flag them for a closer look.
Okay, on to the second key sign. This one is all about adjusting your strategy when you realize your current one just isn't cutting it. Oh man, we have all been there, right? Banging your head against a wall, trying the exact same thing over and over, just harder. This sign is about having the awareness to realize that the problem isn't how much effort you're putting in, the problem is the strategy itself.
And this comparison just lays it all out so clearly. The person on the left, they're just stuck in a loop of brute force. But the person on the right, they've elevated their thinking. They've stopped being just the worker, and they've become the CEO, asking that incredibly powerful question, why isn't this working? That single question is the pivot point.
And that pivot, that's the whole thing. It's a conscious choice. It's not an accident. It's that moment you look down and realize, okay, the map I'm using is wrong, and you decide to draw a new one, instead of just running faster down the wrong road.
So that's what metacognition can look like. But so what? Why does any of this actually matter in the real world? Let's talk about the impact.
Yeah, this really isn't just some dusty idea from a psychology textbook. I mean it. Developing these mental habits gives you a real, tangible edge in pretty much every part of your life, from your career to just understanding yourself better. And here's the payoff. When you can actually analyze your own learning process, you just naturally learn faster. When you start challenging your first assumptions, you unlock more creative solutions. When you can step back and assess your own thinking when the pressure's on, you make smarter decisions. And all of that, it leads to a kind of self-awareness that really fuels growth. It's like a fundamental upgrade to your brain's operating system.
And here's the best part. You can start practicing this immediately. It's not complicated. This simple 3-step check-in before, during, and after you do something forces you to fire up that metacognitive part of your brain. It makes you the CEO of what you're doing, overseeing the work, not just blindly doing it.
You know, when you boil it all down, this is really what it's about. Are you just a passenger in your own mind, letting your automatic thoughts and old habits take you for a ride? Or Are you going to grab the steering wheel and consciously choose where you're going and the best way to get there?
So, I'll just leave you with that thought. Every single day, your thinking is building the world you experience around you. Metacognition is the skill that lets you pick up the blueprints and become the architect of that reality. Thanks so much for tuning in.